In an average year, Fort Wayne dumps 1 billion gallons of raw sewage into our rivers.
But that is about to change thanks to federal mandates. It's one of the biggest and most expensive projects in the city's history. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth has been digging into this issue and joins us tonight with more.
Mark and Heather, this is a project we spent the last month looking into, and we've been everywhere, from the shores of our 3 rivers to the state capitol. We were the only Fort Wayne station to go inside a tunnel more than 200 feet below Indianapolis. So why does that work matter in Fort Wayne? Tonight in part 1 of Fort Wayne Underground, we look at why now is the time to clean up our rivers. We begin in 1972. That's when the EPA started looking at how to carry out the Clean Water Act, requiring cities and towns across the country to do their part to protect our rivers.
From 72 until 1994, EPA worked on a series of orders on how to get it done. In 94 and 95, they came to us and said, okay, it's your turn.
In 2008, the city signed an agreement with federal and state environmental leaders.
We did spend quite a bit of time negotiating with the regulatory agencies, the EPA and IDEM, to come up with the right plan and the right schedule to address what is an unfunded mandate, a requirement to reduce our overflows.
This is raw sewage dumping directly into our rivers. In a typical year, 1 billion gallons pour in.
We're hoping to reduce that to less than 100 million gallons a year, so about a 90% reduction in those overflows when we're complete in 2025.
All this work will do a few things. It'll reduce basement backups and help improve an aging sewer system. But most importantly, it will keep untreated water from polluting our waterways. This right here is a combined sewer, one of 43 across the city, responsible for dumping millions of gallons of untreated water right into our rivers. But once all this work is complete, these combined sewers will become nearly obsolete.
Our agreement with EPA is to reduce the overflow of 70 times a year or so right now to less than 4 times a year. The river can only be impacted 4 times a year, so many of the pipes that when we're done, those overflow points probably won't discharge. The most anyone could do is actually 4 times.
So why do all this work now? Advocates for the rivers like Dan Wire have been closely watching the work the city is doing and still has planned.
It is a higher degree of quality of life that we expect. There isn't anything wrong with the sewer systems that we have now. They are functioning as they were designed. But as society moves on, we just have greater expectations. So looking at our rivers as an economic engine for the community, we need to update how our sewer systems operate. In the process of doing that, we will certainly be improving the water quality beyond what it is right now.
The improvements will mean less blue-green algae.
The nasty sort of algae that is basically upsets the balance of so many different things, organisms in the water itself, as well as available oxygen, as well as, well, we have to treat for that as we're making our drinking water out of this water.
Not only will it lead to better fishing, but the improvements will mean cleaner water in your home.
The better the water quality is here in the rivers, then obviously the better quality water we're going to be getting coming through our faucets. The less treatment will have to happen, fewer chemicals in the water. That's better for everyone.
All this work comes with a big price tag. Tomorrow night on Nightcast, we'll look at how much money the city is setting aside to make these improvements, just how some of the money is being spent. Randy Spieth, News Channel 15.
Still ahead.